Hi, I'm Marilyn Kirshner, the editor-in-chief of The Look Online, and I'd like to welcome you to the New York Fashion Industry Report. FICA's Fur Fashion Week for fall 2006 was held last week, and it's really a misnomer because it's not really 7 days, but actually 3, during which time 11 informal presentations took place in showrooms around town, ranging from the Fur Market, 7th Avenue, to 57th Street and 5th Avenue. Well, actually, there was only one that was on 5th and 57th, and that was Helen Yarmack, whose amazing penthouse showroom high atop the Crown Building is so spectacular that the views of Central Park really overshadowed the Sables, well, practically. In any event, it was billed as an intimate affair with furs, and it was orchestrated to enable buyers, members of the press, and fur trade guests to better appreciate fur details up close and personal and really have a chance to talk with designers. And while it ran smoothly and was well organized thanks to Sandy Blye, if I had one criticism, it was that it actually could have been condensed into 2 days. And in terms of efficiency, I still prefer the all-inclusive group shows of past years held at the Puck Building, which were a mix of runway and still life. And all the furriers were there, all the trends were there. It was all under one roof. And it was just, you came, you saw, you conquered. But be that as it may, certainly the way furs are being presented now bears no resemblance to the way they had been in the past, especially decades ago in the 80s when designers like Oscar de la Renta, Valentino, and Saint Laurent, who did fur collections for Alexandra, used to hold elaborate fur presentations where their furs were put together with ready-to-wear and items from their accessory line before hundreds of guests, including celebrity editors and socialites, and they were held in such places as Parsons Main Auditorium and large ballrooms in uptown hotels. And the only fur presentation that even approaches that these days is that of Dennis Basso, who doesn't show in conjunction with Fashion for a Week, although he used to, but in fact he showed his collection 1 month ago, and he became famous when he showed his finale on stars like Diana Ross and Patti LaBelle and Liza Minnelli and Joan Collins, and they would come out in some fabulous floor-sweeping coat. And he now shows at the Astor Hall in the New York Public Library. But let's face it, times have certainly changed, and the economy has changed, and the way people perceive furs has changed. But notwithstanding PETA's protests and designers like Stella McCartney or more recently Ralph Lauren, who just made the announcement that he is not going to be using furs in future collections, furs have really become mainstream and downright ubiquitous on the streets and on the runway, where designers are treating fur like just another fabric. Almost year-round, and customers are buying it that way too. The trend is for customers to buy fur items, though, not for collections. So the way the furs are being presented now is more in keeping with this shift. And speaking about trends, red is undeniably the color of next season. There was almost no designer who did not have something in red on his or her fall runway, and there was almost no fur show that did not include a red cape, a red jacket, a red coat. And it seems as if the customers are not waiting until fall to get their hit of red. They are showing up at parties, soirees, and on the red carpet wearing red, and more often than not in combination with black. So I suppose you could say that red and black is the new black. For example, Janet Jackson showed up at the CFDAs in a Michael Volbrecht for Bill Blass long chiffon halter gown, punctuated with a wide black leather corset-like belt, which is just the way it was shown on the runway. And Donna Karan and Marissa Tomei provided a perfect photo op when they arrived, not together, but in sort of coordinating red and black knee-length short dresses to the Fresh Air Fund Salutes American Heroes Gala at Tavern on the Green recently. Donna's was a short red dress with an on-pier waist, and it was belted in black, and Marissa's was black on top with a red skirt, but it looked sort of cute together. And then at the Tony Awards, the ones who really stood out were really the ones that were wearing red, and again, more often than not, red and black. And you can achieve that by just adding a black bag or black shoes or black belt to a red dress, or in the case of Rosie Perez, jet black hair, which does the trick very well. And on that note, I'll see you next time.